welcome back to my channel, Georgia Girl here with Wellness and more. And I'm your host, Georgia Girl. I'm back. Y'all give me a few minutes to get situated. Let me play this one more time till I get situated.
Grief doesn't come with an expiration date. It often feels like such an isolating. Grief doesn't come with an expiration date. It often feels like such an isolating. Grief doesn't come with an expiration date. It often feels like such an isolating. Doesn't come with an expiration date. It often feels like such an isolating.
Hello. Hello. Hello, welcome back to my channel, Georgia Girl with Wellness and more. And I'm your host, Georgia Girl. Hey, Young Riz. Hey, Butt Files. How y'all doing? Good to see everyone. I've been off for a little while. I lost my mom the week before Christmas, and I've been trying to cope with that. It's been challenging. Happy New Year to everyone. I came back the other day. I did a live. I hadn't did a live in about a month. But today is Wellness Wednesday. Hey, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, put a thumb in the chat. Can y'all hear me? Y'all hear any static or something? Can y'all hear me? Oh, that's your phone making that noise. I wonder where that noise will come from. How you doing, Frank? Bud Files, Young Reds. Um, I'm trying to get back on track with everything, but losing a parent, it's hard. So, but I know I gotta get back to, focusing on my health and things like that. Hey, pre-retirement, welcome in. If I didn't get a chance to tell some of y'all Happy New Year, I don't even think I told y'all Merry Christmas because my mom died a week before Christmas and I didn't come back on live. I just was letting y'all know what was going on. But it's good to see everyone, the ones that I haven't seen. Um, yes, this is Wellness Wednesday, and I want to share about mental wellness month. January is mental wellness month, and it go along with what I'm dealing with right now because grief does affect your mental health. Uh, if you new over here on my channel, if you've been following me for the past few years, y'all know I do a lot of things when it comes down to our health. I do meal preps over here. I do trending news. I'm all about lifting myself along with others. I'm not here to tear no one down. I try to share inspiration, motivation. Um, and this year, this is a new year, guys. This is a new year. How many of y'all already done made your resolutions? Do any of y'all have resolutions for this year? Do y'all have goals that y'all want to do for the new year? If y'all have some goals or some things that y'all want to work on this year, put them in the chat. I'm just thankful to be alive. And right now, it seemed like when New Year came in, I was still sad because I lost my mother the end of the 19th of December. And, I was really just tuned out, really. Hey, Parika, how you doing? I'm trying to come back and I'm trying to bounce back. I'm trying to focus on my health, and those are some of the things I want to continue to do this year. Do y'all have a goal? Is it something that y'all want to do this year? Do y'all have some expectations? Do y'all have goals? Always the same goal. What are some of your goals? What are some of the goals that y'all want to do this year? You know, like I said, this is January Health and Wellness Month. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying. I try to now. I'm trying to your weight and health exactly. Me and you on the same page. Um, Losing my mom, I had to. It was a lot. I won't sit here and tell you that it wasn't. It was a lot, and she's been gone a month now. But I had to start by going to my doctor appointments. I got to start by focusing on my health, and that concerned my weight. That concerned in my overall well-being, my mental health, and everything. Okay, I know some people do have resolutions and things like that, but my main focus always have been me, my health, um, making sure I'm good. But I want to talk about. I'm gonna be on camera at some point, and hey, Sassy, how you doing? Yeah, thanks for the ones that email me and text me and the prayers, and it's been rough. I came back the other day trying to go live. I was, I'm not gonna stay in jail, y'all. my tears haven't stopped falling. And I was just, I'm in a little grieving group, and I'm on an online support group. Hey, and like I said, I don't know if anybody in the chat have lost their mom or their dad. It's hard. I'm trying to bounce back, but I got to put my focus back on what I need to do to make sure I'm okay. Mentally, physically, I got to just do it. And yeah, thank y'all for the prayers. Some people sent me donations. Some people just said they just wanted to check on me. Yeah. Yeah, my mom had passed a week before Christmas. A week before Christmas. Her Christmas gift still wrapped up. Everybody asked me what I'm going to do with her gift. Eventually, I might open them sooner or later. But, right now it's just, okay, that's good. So right now, hey, Matthew, today is Wellness Wednesday. I'm trying to get back in the track of things, get back into doing commentary. But my mind is on my mom. And I know she's going to always be in my heart. Yeah, do. I talk to God more because I'm going to tell you, going to therapy, them people want to charge me $300 and some dollars for therapy. So I just got in a online course, and I go to, I can go to the church. It's free. I'm not going to pay those people $300 and some dollars. As I talk to God, but I didn't got a little better than what I was. But when my mom first died, I couldn't. I was just all over the place. My anxiety went up. My doctor had to prescribe. My doctor had to prescribe stronger medicine for me, and it's been hard. I won't sit here and still not on camera because I'm still, but I pop up in a little bit. But I just want to, and thank you, Lynn, and y'all make sure y'all, you lost your mom in 2022. You understand? This is hard. I mean, that's good. I was talking about, did y'all have any goals for this year? What are some of y'all goals for this year? Or y'all have any resolutions? My focus has always been my health. And I want to thank God for life. I did turn another year older. My birthday came January 5th. It just seemed like everything was happening so fast. My birthday came, the year came in, I lost my mom. It just seemed like it didn't feel like, I didn't feel like celebrating. I didn't feel like, even though my daughter took me to a place, it's a nice place, they took me just to relax. I got a video at sometime, I'm gonna put it up. But I'm thankful for life. I am thankful for life. I'm thankful that God allowed me to see a new year, and allowed me to turn 57 on the 5th. Hey, young Riggs, how you doing? But it's hard. And like they say, grieving don't have any timeline. So I have had people, I share with them, they share with me. I'm in this little group where they said, your parents can be gone for years and you still will cry. You still have those moments. You doing good. That's great. Yes, I've been off for a while. I told you my mom passed a week before Christmas, and I just had to take me a break. I'm still not on full, but I'm trying to, balance myself and do what I need to do to stay healthy. My goals are to continue to focus on my health and keep moving, no resolution. Understand that. I want to continue to stay closer to God and get back focused on my health. Because like I told y'all, I've been in a mess. I mean, goodness. I didn't cry. I mean, oh my God. My family was worried about me because they know I have an anxiety disorder. I went the other day, I had to go get a test on my heart the other day. They want to make sure my heart is great because they know I had a lot upon me. Like I said, even though It's me and 5 brothers. It's just still seeing like when my mom was living, seeing like I still was the one had the most responsibility. And a lot of people don't understand. It's just hard to just move on. I know I gotta go on living, and then that's what I will do. But it's still fresh on me. My mom, it's still fresh. Hey, Miss April, how you doing? Yeah, that's a big loss. Y'all doing all right? And like I said, if I didn't get a chance to tell some of y'all Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, um, because I didn't come back on after my mama passed. I'm okay, Miss April. It's just hard. It's hard losing a parent. I lost my mom a week before Christmas, 2 weeks before my birthday. When the new year came in, I was thanking God for a new year, but I was still sad. I was still sad. My mom, I told y'all my mom was dealing with dementia, and she dealt with a lot of pain. She was having issues with her legs until she got to the point where she couldn't walk. But, I'm behind the camera because, yeah, I know you have been leaving me some comments. I appreciate everybody that was leaving me encouraging words, and um, everyone that's left me email. Yeah, Miss April, I used to hear people say that. I used to hear people say when you lose your mama, it's a different type of, it's something different. And, I just ask God to continue to make me stronger. Hey, Miss Key, how you doing? Good to see everyone. Yes, I'm trying to bounce back, trying to, oh, no, I'm talking on here. It went, oh, okay. Let me see, could I see your comment, Frank? It going by so fast. But today I was trying to, I'm trying to bounce back. But, when I sit down and I think about my mom, like I said, do the tears ever stop, y'all? Yeah, I understand. I saw you. How you doing, Lynn? You doing okay? Yeah, I took a little while off, but it just mentally, I'm not where I was before my mama passed, but I'm getting there. It's a process because I was the only girl, and y'all know y'all have heard me speak on my mom a lot. Um, she was just like my best friend, and I pray for strength every day. Frank, I missed your comment. It went by me too, so it's going by pretty fast. Every day. Frank, I missed your comment. Hey, Kenneth. It went by me too, so it's going by pretty fast. Frank, I missed your comment. Kenneth. You say you have kids and grandkids to live for. Yeah, I know. That's what my doctor was telling me because I had to get a heart test the other day. He was saying your mama won't want you here being sick because I had blanked out when I first found out when my mom passed, when I got the call. Oh, thank you for being a member for 20 months. Wow, that's awesome. And shout out to my members, to the ones that are still members. I do appreciate you. Yes, you're right, Frank. I don't have any words because I can't begin to tell you the pain of losing mama. It's hard for me, but I love you. Don't let the grief consume you. I'm not Miss April. That's why I'm trying to. I'm trying so hard now. I'm trying hard to continue. I'm gonna continue to live and do and make sure that I'm taking care of myself and doing what I need to do. But it's just hard. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But I have had people telling me That's just something that you gonna get over it, but it's still gonna hurt years from now. Birthdays, Mother's Day, all different types of. I went in the store today, right? It could be just some of the things that I used to buy for. It's just be things to remind me of her. She won't be forgotten. No, she won't. But yeah, I'm getting there, y'all. That's all I can tell y'all. I'm getting there. My doctor had to increase my medicine for I could be able to rest because I haven't been. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't getting to sleep, but now I am resting better. Now I am, but when it first happened, I wasn't. But today I want to talk about January is Mental Wellness Month. And, basically what they're saying, like January is the month right behind the holidays. And some people probably trying to get back right from the holidays. Some people probably been dealing with grief like me, trying to, still try to have a good year. That's why I was asking people. He couldn't hear her on earth, so yeah. Cause my mom, the last couple of 2 weeks, 2 weeks before my mama passed, she was just in a lot of pain. She cried. She just was crying, and I would cry just to see her cry. And I could tell anybody when somebody hurt, when you got a loved one hurt, it gonna hurt you too. And she died in her sleep. She died in her sleep. But I'm getting better. The tears are still there. And I pray daily for strength. Yeah, I know. I know. So I was just asking some of y'all, what are y'all, some people make solutions in January. Some people just set their goals or whatever they want to do. Like I said, I want to continue to stay closer to God. And I want to still continue to focus on my health and try to heal through some of the things that I need to heal through. Losing my mom was a big loss for me. My heart is just like somebody just shot something through me. But I'm strong, but I be weak too. But I'm going to try to get into a little of this, what I was wanting to talk about today. And I just been sharing things about grief awareness. That for someone that's grieving also, just know that you're not out here alone. If you're going through anything like that, there are people can help you. You can talk to someone. There are groups you can talk to. And there's also, you can talk to God. And that's what I've been doing. I've been talking to God. I'm in this little support group, where I get emails daily. I read stuff a lot. I write down. We communicate with each other, with other people that are going through what I'm going through, and it helps to talk about it. That's why my channel is my opening. I'm not saying I'll be talking about my mom on every live, but it helps me to be able to cope, knowing that she will always be in my heart. It was okay. I was with my brothers today. I know what you're saying, Frank. I see what you're saying. I know you told me you had been through it. And yeah, they said they come to you. I don't know. I don't know how I would act if I would have seen my mama like that. Oh, no. So what I was speaking on today is that January is recognized as Mental Wellness Month. It's a time to focus on emotional, physical, social well-being, encouraging simple, substantial habits like mindfulness, setting realistic goals, and strengthening social connections. especially after the stress of the holidays, to build resilience and reduce stigma. I don't know, Frank. Because I had my brothers. I said, what y'all do if y'all see mama? Cause I haven't even been tell y'all, I haven't even been back in my mama room. Cause my mama died at home. I can't even get up the nerve to go in her room. And I know eventually I'm gonna have to go in there. I still got a Christmas gift wrapped up, everything. But so Frank, you say you ain't making no resolutions, you ain't doing no, you just doing a goal, but you just gonna do it. Cause I know sometimes when you try to set goals, I don't like to really set goals either, but I would say this what I want to do. And my goal have always said to continue to stay close to God and focus more on my health and do what I need to do to stay healthy. I went back to my doctor the other day. They was like, we're glad you're back, but we know that you're going through it right now, but we're glad you're taking a step forward to still continue to focus on your health. And so I know Miss Key been doing the challenges for the last couple of weeks. I told her I'm gonna start with her next week. I think she gonna have feud of the day next week. So I gotta do something to stay focused. I gotta keep her going. And like Frank said, I got those grandbabies, my family here. And that's what people was telling me today. They said, y'all know my name Amy, right? They said, Amy, you did all you could for your mama. You did the best you could for her. It was just, in so many words, they was telling me it was her time. Even though I wasn't prepared. Yeah, I've been reading a lot, and I think about some of the days she had me laughing, then I end up crying. But a lot of people, yeah, I've been doing a lot of encouraging things. Um, when it come down to the new year, a lot of people like to set aside stuff and say this what they want to do. I'm just gonna continue to take one day at a time, y'all. And it just like this hit me right in the face, right at the end of the year, losing my mom. But it's hard, but I ask God daily for strength. So what I had just wanted to talk about today, like some people, you know, went through the holidays and did their Christmas shopping, and see they try to use January or the beginning of the year to bounce back from the year before. And like I tell anybody, whatever you didn't do last year, whatever you had planned for last year, that's over with, done with. This a new year. Only thing we can do is just take one day at a time. Don't take nothing for granted. Protect our mental health. Make sure we take care of ourselves. And that's what I have to tell myself. I know my mom is gone, and I did what I could. I mean, because the doctor, when my mom was dealing with dementia real bad, right? The doctor was just tell us, only thing y'all could do is try to make her comfortable, because she's going through the dementia part, and she gonna talk about things that we might not agree with, because that's what she would talk about. Sometimes we would correct her, but my mom was basically in a lot of pain. That's basically what she was in, a lot of pain. Just remember a good time with your mother. Yeah, I am. But she was in a lot of pain, and I got to stop being selfish and just say, she's in no more pain now. My mama cried. She cried a lot of nights, y'all. And I cried right along with her. I was saying, Mama, what, you want me to take you to the hospital? You okay? What you want me to do? But it was, yeah. Y'all see that way on camera. I want y'all to see me, because these tears still fall. But yeah. Yeah, I know she is. She is. So, Miss Key, do you have any goals or do you have anything going on for you this year? What are some of the things? I know you've been working on the challenges. What are some of the things that you're working toward this year? And I know you want to get your channel back and things like that. Um, so they recognize January as Mental Wellness Month because of the fact that this is the first month of the year. And like I said, some people want to start the year off doing this, doing that. They want to make sure they be on some type of. Some people have goals, and some people have resolutions. Some people just want to just live, just continue being a great person and pushing through no matter what. Exactly. Okay. It also said it's about finding balance and taking proactive steps to care for your mind, not achieving perfect happiness, but learning to cope with life challenges. And see, now I got to learn, I got to keep living without my mom. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I know she's gone and it hurts, but I know she won't want me not here taking care of myself or not doing what I need to do for me to be around long as I can. So I just thank God for the 86 years. He kept her here with us 86 years. And the things she taught me as to be the lady I am today. Um, love your family, y'all. Love on your family. That's what I want to say. Love on your family. Because one day they will be a memory. So, yeah. And what it means beyond happiness, it's about overall stability, the ability to cope with stress, work productively, and contribute to your community, not just feeling happy all the time. Proactive care, encourage building resilience and self awareness before bigger issues arise, making a soft start to the new year. Ways to participate: practice self-care, try gratitude, journalism. Like Lynn say, a lot of us probably don't write no more because we got these tablets and we got these computers. But you can still do like journals on your computer. You can write down some things that now I know some things that I'm working on myself. I know my health is my first priority. That is my first priority. And I was telling y'all that I hadn't had no anxiety attack. All last year I was doing so good. I wasn't blanking out. I wasn't having uh, issues with my breathing. As soon as my mama passed, everything just hit me. Everything hit me all at once. It just So I have to practice breathing, and I try to do a lot of things for mindfulness things. I try to read a lot of encouraging things and stuff like that. So yeah, you could use your phone. You know, they have some nice journals in these dollar stores and stuff, and you can do it like that. You can put down what you want to do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. Ways to keep up with stuff. But I read a lot. I read scriptures because, like I said, I am in a support group. They send me stuff every day. I read. Um, I'm in a group for people that's grieving. I can post things about my mom and things like that. This is set realistic goals. Make your new year resolution achievable. Like I said, a lot of people have a resolution, and a lot of people just say, I'm just going to do what I can do. Because, you want to set goals, but you don't want to be like, start something and then you don't finish. Just do what you're able to do. But like I said, I know one of my goals is, well, one of the things that I want to continue to do is keep living, keep on living, continue to stay closer to God, stay focused on my health, love my family, my friends. But like I said, give people their flowers. Give people their flowers while they're here. Let them know, tell your family that you love them. Let them know that, you here for them if you can do what you're able to do. Yep. So that basically what I was talking about. It. They said, why our mental wellness matter. It helps manage stress and build steadiness, sparks important conversations, and reduce your mental health stigma. Support recovery and overall fulfilling lives. There's a lot of people that do talk to therapists. And I have talked to some, and I was trying to get a therapist this time, but they so expensive. And my insurance, whatever Trumpster did, got my insurance copay so high. So now, it's hard to try to pay these specialists now. You have one? So like I said, I joined the group online, and it been helping me. First of all, I had to accept that she's gone. That was my first step. I had to realize, I had to come to reality. My mom is gone. Yeah. But them doctors are expensive. And when I went to one trying to get in, right, they told me my first visit was going to be $300 and some dollars. And I was like, yeah, that's what the insurance? They said, uh-huh. I was like, okay. I said, I need me some full Medicaid or something. But stuff is so high now, y'all. Things are so high. So I went back to my doctors for my IV treatment. That's supposed to help me rest better, help boost my immune system up, and things like that. So I did start by doing that. They were so glad to see me. They didn't know what was going on, but they didn't know my mom had passed. As soon as I went there, it's like when people ask me, or if people say sorry for your loss, it's like it just hit me. My tears still falling. And I had asked the question, do the tears ever stop? And they said they'll slow down, but you still will be having that pain. So like I said, January is Mental Wellness Month, a time to dedicate to proactive self-care and building and resilience. For those navigating grief, for the ones that are navigating grief like me, the transition into the new year often brings exposure rather than hope. Yeah, that's too much. As the holidays conclude and the raw reality of loss remain. And though I was saying, when people ask me, did you have a good Christmas? I don't think I can say it wasn't that good, because my mama passed a week before Christmas. And that gonna always be in my mind. Because I had that last video, I don't know if y'all saw my last Vlogmas. I was wrapping up my mom gift then. I don't know if y'all saw that video I did with the wrapping paper. And I was wrapping up my mom gift. Her gifts were the first gifts I wrapped up. And I normally take her gifts over there on Christmas Day, and we open them up. But she didn't make it to Christmas Day. And her Christmas gift still sitting up on the table right now. Everybody saying, what you going to do with them? You going to open them? Or I don't know yet. I haven't got to that point where I want to open her gifts yet. You never forget your mother, but you just have to get through it and live your life with your kids and grandkids. They need you here. I know. But for the ones that are going through grief, I know the transition in the new year it's hard, especially when God, they said during the holidays and during their birthdays are some of the hardest times when you miss your family members. See, I went without my mom for the first Christmas already, and it was hurtful. She wasn't around for my birthday, January the 5th. She wasn't around when the new year came in. But I know that she's in heaven, and I know she's watching over me and my brothers. But, like Miss April said, I'm not going to let the grief consume me. At one particular time, I just felt lost. I felt lost. When I first found out about my mom, just all kind of things going on in my mind. I wasn't there when she passed, right? And I'm like, I often say, and I be telling my husband, my children, I said, what, you ready I could have did something to help my mom? And they be telling me, it probably was nothing you was going to be able to do because it was already, you know, it was her time. That's what people would say to me. But it was like, good thing you wasn't there because she was asleep when she died. And I normally be over there before she go to sleep. But my brother said she had been sleeping all that morning. And now this is what my niece said. My niece told me, she told her that morning. I know my niece said my mom told her that morning that she was going on the other side. And I said, why you didn't call me? Because it had been raining that day and I wasn't able to come over there, right? I was trying to wait till it clear up. And I said, when she was talking like that, you should have called me. I don't know what I could have done, but sometimes I be thinking that in my mind. Was it something I could have done? But I know everything was in God's plan. Yeah, that's not a great feeling knowing that her anniversary is the week before Christmas. Yeah. Said, no, you can't stop God's plan. And that's true. Why January is difficult for grief. The post-holiday crash. The sudden drop of social activity and stimulations after December can leave individuals feeling isolated and heavy. I know, and I always have told y'all, if you don't see me, y'all know something going on. I know Miss Key was the first one that called with text or whatever. She knows she hadn't seen me in a couple of days, right? That before I even posted on any social media. Miss Key had texted me. I think she texted me, I don't know, before Christmas. But anyway, Miss Key had texted me. And she know me and her normally have a conversation just about every day at some time. We would talk a lot like that. And she knows she hadn't heard from me. She know I hadn't put no more video. Y'all know I didn't do that last because I supposed to be did a Christmas show. I supposed to be did a New Year's Day show. I already had told y'all what I was going to do, right? Because I supposed to been doing a giveaway for the chatters and shouting out my chatters. And shout out again for all the ones that, Frank, I still got you because you was the number one chatter. I'm going to get you for the week of, but I normally give away a prize at the end of the year. And Big Key said, She know I hadn't been on. She know I didn't do that Christmas show. She know I didn't do that New Year's show. But she know I didn't do that Christmas show. The key was like, she probably said herself, I know something ain't right. And she texted me. I couldn't even talk on the phone, y'all. It took me yeah, I know. It took me, about a week or two before I was able to talk on the phone with somebody. I texted Miss Key. I gave her my daughter number. I said, call my daughter. She'll tell you what's going on. I couldn't talk on the phone. I really couldn't really have a conversation with anyone because I was so full. I had people from the dream team, some of my sisters from the dream team. They was texting me and they was, sending me little donations and stuff. But I just couldn't. I couldn't even get in front of no camera at all. My daughter told me what had happened, and I said about a few days later. I said, well, I'm just gonna put up on the community wall. I think I had put it on Facebook too. That's probably how you seen it, Frank. But I couldn't talk to nobody. I was too emotional. You said it didn't feel right. That's why I know I'm getting a little bit stronger. I'm getting a little bit stronger because I couldn't even look at my mom's picture. I mean, you saw it on Facebook. And now I still look at it, but it still brings me to tears. And I told McKee, I said, call my daughter, she'll talk to you. I couldn't talk on the phone. I couldn't do nothing. And everybody was like, oh my God. They know how I be when I be real upset. And they were like, oh my God, Amy she gonna go through it. And I have. I sure have. But I thank God for his grace and mercy, for giving me the strength to try to bounce back. Yeah. For giving me the strength to try to bounce back. But it's a process. Yep. So I'm always December the 19th, I would never forget that day. But my last time with my mom, I had fed her and we were laughing because my mama she used to feed herself, but it had got to the point where she could. And I was messing with her. That's the last conversation I had with my mama. I ain't no camera cause water in my eye, y'all. The last conversation I would have with her, I said, Mama, you my big baby. She started laughing. When I said, you ain't nothing but my big baby. Yep. And I was feeding her some soup or something. And my brother said, they were around, they was always say, that's the reason mama like that because how you be Donna. It like when I was going over, she didn't want to hold a spoon and feed herself. My brother said she would do it when you don't be here, but when I be there, it's just like, she had to be my baby. She was my big baby. My big baby. But that's just a memory that I have of her. That was the last memory of her. She was laughing because I would call her my baby. So they said, why January is difficult for grief? Pressure of renewal. Society often demands a fresh start. January, but grief does not follow a calendar. This conflict can lead to feelings of failure if one does not feel ready for change. Like I said, you've been following me. You always know that we always either do challenges when the new year come in. I always be saying, I need to get this weight down. But before all that, y'all know I was already working on my health anyway. So now I got to just get back focused. My last talk with my mother was on a Sunday, and she told me she missed me. And then 2 days later, she passed away early in the morning. I know. Hey, Terry, how you doing? First thing I thought was, is Mama G okay? Talking about when you didn't see me. That's why I told you to contact my daughter. I gave you my daughter's phone number. Yeah, because I couldn't talk. I couldn't speak. Every time people would try to talk to me, I just cry. And I'm sitting here now talking to y'all with tears in my eyes. I mean, this is something I know I'm gonna keep living, but I gotta do things in my own way. I just gotta keep praying. How you doing, Terry? Like I said, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. I know I had seen some of y'all, my mom died a week before Christmas, and it's been hard. So I'm trying my best. I'm trying to bounce back now. I know Terry probably knew something wrong, or I ain't have my end of the year show. Terry, no, I usually be doing that at the end of the year. I could. Y'all didn't want to see me. I'm just gonna tell you. I was in a mess. Oh, you talking about when your mom passed? That's what I said. Is this a dream? Because like I said, I was just feeding my mama and laughing and talking with her. My mama, that Monday. And 3 days later, my mama died. You know, I was telling my brothers, I'm like, what? When they called me, I'm like, but like I said, my mom was in a lot of pain. She was dealing with a lot of pain. And it was where she couldn't walk. And it was at the point where every time she lay down or get touched, she was just crying, y'all. I almost started crying, but my mama would cry all night, all day sometimes. I was like, Mama, and she would make me cry because I would see her cry. But I know she's okay now. You know what I'm saying? I know she's okay. Reality have really hit me now. It took me a couple of weeks, and it's still hard to believe she's gone. But I know she ain't got to be crying no more, y'all. She ain't got to tell me, Gal, the authorizer. That's what she used to tell me. Gal, the authorizer all in my feet. It all in my hand. I mean, cause my mama I'm tell y'all, my mama had it so bad where she had got balled up, her legs and joints and fingers and everything. See, I deal with joint problem too. That's what I deal with, pain in my joints. And but I'm still where I'm able to move around some. That's why I say I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep doing what I need to do so I can stay on this path. I messed up. I did. I ate them sweets. I ate that fried food because I was stressing. And my doctor said, I'm gonna let you pass on that. But I gotta get back on track now, y'all. I gotta get back to where I was. So girl, I see your YouTube channel post about your mother passing. That bigger than I know. I said I couldn't talk to nobody, Terry. You see I'm behind the camera now. I'm still teary-eyed and but I'm here. I said I'm gonna pop up in here in a minute. But it's hard, but I know I gotta keep on living. Them folk were bringing them pound cakes and sweet potato pies and I like, y'all know I don't need all this stuff, but I let that consume me because I was stressing about my mom. And now I gotta it's right now I gotta go back to the clean slate. I gotta start all over, y'all. So I gotta get back focused. I went back to the doctor the other day. They checked my heart because they want to see the rhythm, how my heart going. They did an ultrasound. Y'all keep me in prayer because they did an ultrasound the other day, praying for good results. They want to just make sure everything is working properly because I've been through an ordeal. But yeah, I just want to talk about some things about this. This is the new year. And, I just want to continue to stay closer to God. That is that is what I want to continue to do. Continue to stay closer to God. Continue to keep living and focus on my health. Anything else, drama, anything else like that, I'm not even gonna let that enter my space. I didn't do it last year. I didn't argue with nobody. I didn't let people bother me. People probably would say stuff or whatever, but I have I have to focus more on my health, and I don't have time for that. I really don't. Live your life, take care of your kids, who needs you. I know that's what I'm doing. Cause my granddaughter be saying, "Grandma," because I told them, I said the doctor want to check my heart. They were like, "What, Grandma?" I said, "Yeah, that's what they want to do." Hold on, y'all. I gotta go get my charge. I'll be right back. So now I'm trying to get back on track. Still trying to avoid that stuff that I'm supposed to be having. Oh, yep. So I'm trying to put this on because this thing about to go out. Thought it was charged up. I hadn't used my computer in over a month. I hadn't been on my computer over a month. I didn't even think about using it or doing it in live stream. I said, I gotta get through some of this, but I do appreciate the ones for the prayers and the emails and the encouraging comments and things like that. Um, but I say it's a process. It is a process, and like I said, I pray for strength. Pray that God continue to give me the strength that I need to get through this healing journey. Because it's a process. I can't tell nobody about how they, 'cause everybody grieve differently. Everybody handle things different. Yes, I used to hear you talk about your mom and things like that. And I see now, I know the feeling now. I know the feeling now. Uh, and I see, hey y'all, that's her right there. But I know the feeling now. I really do. Let's see if I change this up. I know the feeling. Y'all doing all right? But y'all might hear me sniffing over here, but I'm okay. Y'all know ain't that but a bag of water. That but a bag of water. But I'm getting stronger. I'm getting stronger than what I was. But I know this it's a process. I know it's a process. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I'm back. But I do want to shout out all my chatters. I'm gonna do appreciation live. I do want to maybe what tomorrow? Probably Friday. Just do y'all appreciation live. Just for the ones that I know been. Thank y'all for sticking with me. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all. Some of y'all will email me. Some of y'all called me, text me, wrote encouraging words, and I appreciate it all. I really do. But this is a new year, and like I said, when the new year came in, I was crying. I was thinking about my mom. Then my birthday came on the 5th. My daughter, she took me to a nice place. I got a video I got to put up. It was real nice, and it was just me and her. Cause my daughter just like my best, me and her real close. She said, "Mama, just gonna take you." We were gone without the kids that day. It was a nice place she took me to. I got a video I was gonna put up. I've been trying to say I'm gonna come back to YouTube this week. I'm gonna try to do a little something. But I'm getting my way. I'm trying to get my way back, but it be. Whew. I just tell the people that support me, I appreciate you, and you know, thank you for still supporting me. So right here, I was just talking about by being a new year to someone that dealing with grief. It is hard. It's hard because when the new year came, I know a lot of people probably was popping champagne. I know it. That's why I say I see y'all when I see you. A lot of people. What did y'all do to bring the year in? What did y'all do? What did y'all do on New Year's? Bring y'all New Year's in? I was somewhere crying. I'm just gonna tell you. I would, my daughter was like, Mama. Everybody was saying it's gonna be okay, Grandma. My daughter, my children. And then on Christmas, they was trying to get me to be around them. It just wasn't the same. Cause my mom had died the week before Christmas, and I was still trying to be happy for my grandkid because Christmas did come. I let them got their gifts and stuff. It just wasn't the same. Oh, you ain't doing that? Okay. Me either. Yep. But then when my birthday came around, I had told my children, I said, I really don't want to, I really wasn't in the mood for anything. They kept saying, you don't want to go nowhere. You don't want to do that. So they did finally get me out the house. So I did go somewhere. But when I said, they were like, you ain't smiling. You ain't. I would say, y'all, I'm trying. I'm trying. But like I said, I thank God for allowing me to be able to turn 57. And, I'm thankful for the new year. And my mom will always be in my heart forever. So right here they were saying how January, the new year, be difficult for someone that going through grieving, because I know my mom's birthday going to be coming up. I know Mother's Day going to be coming up. I know there's a lot of things that me and her used to do. Me and my mom used to dress alike. I don't know if y'all seen some of the pictures. It's just a lot of things just going to remind me of her. And when those occasions come, it probably going to be harder on me. And I got to be able to live through them. So right here they said the pressure of renewal. Society often demands a fresh start in January, but grief does not follow a calendar. This conflict can lead to feelings of failure if one does not feel ready for a change. That's why I said I think I'm about ready to get back focused on what I'm supposed to be doing, even though, it seems like I can't go a day without sharing a tear about my mom. It just seems like I think about her early, as soon as I wake up in the morning time. So I'm in this group. Like I said, I did join a support group, and they send me different things to read. I've been doing a lot of reading. I read a lot of scriptures. I do a lot of things for mindfulness, things to help build up my confidence, things to make me stronger as a person, to be able to go through this healing journey. We must remember change is more than metal or paper in your pocket. That's true. Honest, on Mother's Day and Mother's birthday, I don't even be on social media. Yeah. And Valentine's Day coming up. I usually fix my mom a little Valentine bag and stuff like that. Me and my brother was talking today that we're gonna get her a flower because I hadn't been to the grave since she passed. I hadn't been back. I ain't even been in my mama's room. I wasn't able to touch. I let them do that, like go through her clothes. I couldn't do none of that. I said, y'all do it. I couldn't do that. I wasn't ready to go back. I still haven't been back in her room yet. So they had to move the hospital bed and all that stuff. They're like, you ain't gonna never come back in the house. I said, oh no. I said, I am, but right now I just can't do it. But I know I'm gonna have to eventually go in the house, because I got stuff at my house that I had of hers. Like I said, I still got her Christmas gifts here. And whenever I feel like I want to open them, cause I had got her some of the things that she really, really liked. And when they had the funeral, they put her gifts up there by her. So right here, yeah, I know. I know now. It's take time. It's a seasonal factor. Shorter days and colder weather can exert seasonal affective disorder. SAD, depending on the weight of existing depression or grief. Yeah, I think I had talked about that one time. SAD. It calls seasonal affective disorder. That's another type of depression. Like I said, this anxiety I got, it been, I'm trying to get it back under control. My doctor, my daughter said that doctor gonna have you walk around here like a zombie. They gave me some medicine so I can be able to rest. And as soon as I take it, I get relaxed. And I'm taking two type of anxiety medicine now. And I wasn't really taking that much before. I was taking one before my mama passed. But when my mama passed, my breathing started messing with me and all that. But I'm a fighter. I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to keep on. Yeah, I'm talking a little bit better. Come in, Key, I couldn't even talk to you. It took me, about a week or two before I was able to talk to you on the phone. I said, I was texting you, but I said, girl, I can't talk. And I still have my moments, but I'm getting stronger day by day. Like I said, I had to first accept the reality that she's not here with me. And I know I thought about all the nights and days she cried. She was in pain. And see, I deal with pain, but it was harder on her because of her age. So I cry daily. I cry daily, y'all. Every day I cry. I really do. So mental wellness strategies for January 2006. Like I said, January is wellness, is mental wellness month. And these are just some strategies. Prioritize endurance over resolution. Focus on staying and surviving each day rather than dramatic transformation. Hey, Big Patty, how you doing? Good to see you, and thank you for supporting. Yep, I'm doing all right. I'm trying to bounce back. Like I said, I gotta get back focused on taking care of me and doing what I need to do to stay healthy. I had lost my way, but I guess that only common. I lost my mother. And I'm getting stronger. Like I was telling them, I said I couldn't talk on the phone with nobody. I couldn't be on camera those first couple of weeks because I couldn't do nothing but cry and think about my mom, which I'm still thinking about her. But the tears are still there, but I'm trying to get stronger. And I had to first accept that she's gone. I know she's gone. Like I said, my mom was in a lot of pain. And, every time people would say, well, she's in no more pain. And now I can say she's not in no more pain. Hey, Joshua. Yeah, I'm going to try to, I said I'll be back next week with the challenges. I got to try to keep it going. I got to keep it living. My mama won't want me here being sad. She know that I'm sad. And my kids they do all they can to try to. Did y'all see my little bracelet? I got to do a little close up. My little 7-year-old granddaughter made me a bracelet for Christmas, for my birthday. And she got my mama name on it. Yeah. Even my little babies, they be like, Grandma, it gonna be okay. How you been doing, Joshua? To the ones that I didn't get a chance to say Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to. I'm telling y'all now, like I said, I wasn't able, I couldn't do it. My anxiety had me where I was in bad. I'm telling y'all, I was pretty messed up. I was pretty messed up. And I said, social media have to wait. That's why I put on the thing about my mom had passed, because I wanted y'all to know. I know if y'all haven't seen me, and I wanted y'all to know my mama had died a week before Christmas. And that's going to be a day I'll never forget, you know. I am. And I just wanted to come on a day. I was talking about January is Mental Wellness Month. And we were just talking about how January is the first month of the year. Some people have goals. Some people got things they want to do. Miss Patty, Joshua, do y'all have like goals or things that y'all want to try to do this year? We all should protect our mental health, take care of ourselves. And that's what I have to keep telling myself. Do what I need to do to make sure I'm okay. Because everybody tell me, you did all you could for your mama. You helped her the best way you could. I really did. I still get sad. My tears still fall. And I know I'll probably be like that for a while. Thank you, cute and thoughtful. Yeah, she had some of the letters upside down, but I knew what she meant. But I got it on, and she was like, Grandma, you still got it. I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to try to keep it wearing until the little strain come off of it. I know. I know I won't. Working on becoming a better me each day. That's right. That's what I said. I want to continue to stay closer to God and work on what I need to do to stay around long as I can. Get back focused on the things that I was doing before. And cause my doctor was like, "Oh, I'm glad you coming back," because I had missed a couple of doctor appointments. My depression and anxiety had got me where I just didn't want to just cry about my mama. And I was I mean, I'm telling y'all, them first couple of weeks, it was rough, especially during the Christmas and the New Year's. And I know every year it's going to probably be hard on me. And then when my birthday came around, I said, Lord, my first birthday without my mom. Yeah, I thank him every day for his grace and mercy. But like I said, a lot of people do have plans for the new year. They start goals, whether it's fitness, whether it's spiritual, whether it's financial goals. People have things that they do want to work on. Like Miss Patty said, I want to work on as being a better person. I want to stay closer to God, and I want to continue to stay on focus on my health. Because my doctor was telling me the other day, your mama don't want you to be out here sick now. She won't want you to be not taking care of yourself. So he said, I know you probably ate some stuff you ain't got no business, stuff to have me flame up, which I did. I told him I did eat that pound cake, and I ate them sweet potato pie. Oh, Lordy. Because I don't supposed to be on sugar, y'all. I don't supposed to be on sugar. Hey, how you doing? I don't supposed to be on sugar. I don't supposed to be on fried food. I don't supposed to be on none of that stuff, but I had been stressing, y'all. I had been stressing after my mama died. I was straight stressing. My doctor told me, we're going to let you pass now, but it's time to focus back on your health. Because I had to get the heart test done the other day, because he want to make sure my heart is right, because I had an anxiety attack during the time when um I found out my mom passed. I passed out. My breathing got slowed up. So they checking the rhythm of my heart, trying to make sure everything. They did an ultrasound the other day. And so y'all just keep me in prayer. Because I still, I start by having chest pain. But I know it ain't nothing but depression and anxiety because of my mom. And, I got to continue to live. I got to continue to do what I need to do for my health, But she going to always be in my heart. Always. So I just been sharing grief awareness. I'm sharing stuff about mental health because I know people just like me grieving, and I know some of the people in my chat probably have lost their moms. Like Frank said, his mama been gone for some years, but he still think about his mom. See, I gotta find a way to continue to live and just know my mom is still within me. She's still in my heart. 214, my goal is to help the homeless 4,000 subs. All right. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yep. So I'm bouncing back little by little, y'all. I'm bouncing back little by little. Um, it's challenging. It's challenging. But I do want to thank y'all. I have some awesome supporters for the genuine comments. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm a little better than I was a month ago because I ain't even think about no camera. I didn't think about no camera. Folk would call me. Because McKee knew something was going on. That before I put the post up. I hadn't talked to her probably about a week or two. I think I hadn't talked to McKee coming up to Christmas. She know I supposed to been did like a Christmas show because y'all probably knew I was supposed to be doing like a Christmas show, the end of the year show. I normally do that. And McKee was like, something ain't right. So she texted me. I couldn't even talk, y'all. I was so emotional. My daughter, I told her I text Miss Key. I said, call my daughter. She'll tell you what happened. I couldn't talk. I didn't want to be on no camera. I'm getting better. I just got on camera a few minutes ago because I've been behind this street. I was talking behind because I got in, like I said, everybody grieve different. Everybody have to find their way, and that's what I got to do. But I got to keep praying and asking God to make me stronger every day. I ask for strength. I ask for comfort to protect my mind, protect my body, protect my soul, help me through this healing process. And, I talked to a group of people. I'm in a group with different people. We share things about our loved ones. And, I know there'll never be another person like my mom. Her memory going to always be with me. She going to always be in my heart. But I know I got to continue to stay healthy for I could be around for my grandkids and my children, my husband, because she won't want me to be here not taking care of myself. And so that's why I had to get back on track with my doctors. I'm getting back on track with what I was doing before all this, focusing on things to make me feel better. So yeah, but I'm getting there. And thank y'all for the ones that been bearing with me. I think I went back this week checking out y'all videos because I have to admit I wasn't a month ago. I'm just being honest. I said, well, I hope my supporters understand. If they don't see me, they know what's going on with me. Thank you, Miss Patty. She had emailed me a couple times. She sent me a donation. Thank you, First Lady. She had been writing genuine, encouraging words. Frank, all of my members, some of my members had been sharing different things to me, emailing me. Some of my other supporters, my Dream Team sisters. I thank everybody that took the time out their day to think about me. That made me feel like, I think they do care for me on here. Cause my husband said, you ain't going back, you ain't gonna go back on your channel. I said, maybe after a while. He saw me a while ago, and they don't like to see me sad. I said, I'm gonna go on and just see what everybody's doing. But I said, I know I gotta continue to live. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount upon the wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. I love that scripture. I read that too. Like I said, I'm in a group where I get scriptures a day. Um, they share with me, we share with each other different things of how we're feeling. And right now, I'm just focusing on just continue healing. And I'm gonna use my channel as a opening where I can, if I want to talk about, I'm getting back to my commentary, talking about the wellness. I just been talking about grief awareness because, like I said, I know a lot of people probably was grieving during the holidays, probably just like I was, not having a loved one with them on Christmas and New Year's Day. Because I went into the new year without my mom. I went into my birthday without my mom and Christmas. I really did. And it was hard. It was hard. I still got her Christmas gift wrapped up. I told my granddaughter I probably open them up maybe after a while. I haven't. I let my brothers now down deal with moving this stuff out her room. I haven't. I haven't even went back in my mama's room, y'all. And it's been a month. I haven't been back. And I know eventually I'm gonna have to go in the room where she was because she died at home in her bed. My mom died in her sleep and from natural causes. Yeah, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's a process. That's why I tell everybody, love your family. Love your family, y'all. Give them their flowers, guys. Give your family their flowers while they're here. Love on your family. Because one day they're going to be a memory. One day they're going to be a memory. Just continue to love on them. Continue to love on them. I'm getting stronger because I couldn't hardly talk the first couple of weeks without crying. But now, um, but my doctor tell me don't hold stuff in, let it go, because that ain't that. But when I hold stuff in, I talk to my daughter, I talk to my doctors and stuff. I have to let it go. If not, it'll build up in my chest and it'll hurt. And that's what depression and that's what anxiety do. It make you feel like you're about to explode. And by me went through this with my mom, my chest had been hurting a lot. So my doctor ordered an ultrasound on my heart. So I get those tested back in a couple of days, but I'm praying for good results. I know it's just depression and anxiety. That's what it is. I popped off camera because I was getting emotional. So y'all might see me doing this for a while, off and on camera. But I do want to thank y'all, the ones, like I said, for tuning in. And I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. I told Miss Key she did start the challenges this year. And I told her I'm gonna try to do the feud of the day next week. Try to keep myself busy, try to keep myself continue to stay focused and do what I need to do, continue for my healthy journey. So, but I did want to bring that to y'all today. Protect your mental health. Protect your mental health. If it's something that causing you to not be happy, or is it something causing you not to do the things that you want to do? It can be people, places, or things. Sometimes we have to just cut it off. Let the miserable people be miserable. Like I said, I don't do the drama. I I try to have my channel as positive as possible. And I think, like I said, I got a good little group of people that do follow me. And I seen that when I let them know what was going on with me. And shout out to my members. Shout out to everybody that been supporting me all last year. I appreciate you all. All right, take your time. When you go in there, walk around the room and pray. Walk back and out, and then go back and start to do what you need to do. Don't tackle it all at once. When I know, though my brothers know talking about you must be ain't gonna never. Cause my mom, when I go to my mom's house, her room is cause since she was the way she was, we had to put her in a hospital bed, right? And as soon as you open the door, that's her room. And I hadn't. It just like I just ain't got it where I can open that door yet. I told him y'all move her clothes and stuff like that. I just couldn't do it yet. I couldn't do it. I know I have one of my best friend. She lost her fiance, right? I don't know if y'all remember me talking about it, but she lost her fiance. It took her 4 years to move his clothes. She didn't never move nothing at her house. She said it took her 4 years, y'all. So I said, people grieve. They grieve a long time because they have to find their way, you know? And like I said, that was my mom. I was right there every other day. I was there with my mom. There on days when I wasn't feeling good, right? My mom knew I wasn't feeling good. She'll say, Gal, I ain't seen you in a couple of days. Cause I'm dealing with some of the same stuff my mom would deal with. That arthritis is real bad. But mine, yes, it got my mobility in my left side. I move a little slower than what I normally used to be, but I'm moving. My mom was where she couldn't walk at all. And by her being 86 and where she wasn't able to move, she was in a lot of pain. I'm going next month. I got to start going to a pain center. So I'll be going to my treatment, start by doing my treatments and start by changing up on my eating habits and things I need to do to make sure that I don't get where I can't walk. My doctor told me I do have the type of arthritis that make you cripple, but I'm not claiming none of that. I'm gonna keep pushing. Like my slogan this year, keep going. 2026, keep going. They told me because I be in a lot of pain and it'll have me where I can't walk at all. But I'm gonna beat the odds, guys. I'm gonna beat the odds. I'm gonna keep on fighting. I'm gonna keep on doing what I need to do so I can get to where I need to be. And I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm getting there, slowly but surely. I'm getting there. So, like I said, next week I haven't did any of the challenges, but next week I told Miss Key I was gonna do 3 a day with her because I gotta get back focused on what I need to be focused on and everything. But I appreciate all y'all. I really, really do. I don't know if anybody live now. If y'all want to check them out because I'm about to get off of here. But I just want to bring that to y'all about January is mental health, mental wellness month. A lot of people probably still trying to bounce back from the holidays. The holidays can put a lot of stress on people. Some people probably went and did what they had to do for the holidays. Now they probably trying to get their finances back right. How sometimes you overdo it a little bit for the holidays, and especially when you got kids, sometimes you might probably have spent a little bit more than what you would have. And when January come around, you got to try something different. We all grieve different. The more you hold on to things, it will make it harder for you to come to term. Yeah, You can keep a couple of her memorable things. I still have a Christmas gift, First Lady. I had wrapped up her gifts, and we supposed to be, because we always open up the gifts on Christmas morning. We always open up the gifts on Christmas morning. Her gifts are still wrapped up. They're still right. And everybody asks me, what you gonna do with them? Are you gonna open them up? I just hadn't came to turn to open them yet, but yes, I'm gonna keep them because it's some of the things that she liked it. It's some of the things that she liked it. She loved the perfume and like the lotion and cream. She loved this stuff like that. And I had, and she all, and I always liked to give her like those big old blankets. I'm gonna start crying in a minute, y'all. I just got her some of the things she liked it, and I know, and I appreciate y'all for that. But they said, when is you gonna open her Christmas present? I can't even do that yet. I can't do that yet. Valentine coming up. I usually fix her a Valentine bag. Then my brother him. Um, I said we're gonna probably get her a Valentine flower. But like I said, y'all, I'm getting now. I'm getting now because I couldn't even talk a couple of weeks ago without crying. Yeah, yeah. But so First Lady, did you have a good Christmas? Because I was asking people, did they have a good Christmas? Did you have a good Christmas? Um, did you do anything for the New Year's? It seems like mine's gonna be different now because my mom died right before Christmas, a week before Christmas. So I'm always remember that. Yeah. But I have enjoyed y'all. Like I said, I'm trying to creep my way back on social media. I said I'm doing a little by little. I had to build my confidence back up because I know how I am. I get to crying, and y'all don't want to see me looking ugly. That's why I be behind the camera. But y'all know I'm gonna get there. And I thank y'all. Y'all just continue to keep praying for me. You had a fantastic Christmas thing. I did visit family and friends on New Year's. Okay. Miss Patty, how was your Christmas? That's why I was asking people today, how was their Christmas and New Year's? Mine's probably won't never be the same again, but I'll be grateful. I tried to be happy for my grandkids, had their gifts and stuff, but I was still my mom. I tried to be happy on my birthday. It's just, and they kept saying, you ain't gonna smile, you don't want to do nothing. And I had to, because they didn't want me just moping around, sitting around. So I really not go somewhere. So yeah. And the lady was telling me today, she said, take care of yourself. Just take care of yourself. And that's what I gotta do. So this is a new year, everybody. I don't know what everybody's goals are this year or what their plans are. Like I said, I just want to continue to stay close to God and continue to focus on my health journey, do what I need to do for me to feel better and try to get through some of this about my mom and stuff. Yeah, I do. My daughter had took me to a nice place. I got it in a video. I probably might drop it tomorrow. She had took me to the place for my birthday. It was so peaceful. I was out there looking at the water. It was just like I was thankful for turning another year. I turned 57 on my birthday. I thank God, but my mind was still on my mom. I was feeling like, was it something I could have done? And see, I had to stop feeling like that. I felt like, what could have done to help my mom? Because I wasn't there when she died. Because she was asleep. She died in her sleep. But, you know, I don't know. But I know she's in heaven watching over me. And she don't want me to be where I don't take care of myself. So that's what I have to do. And everything. But I do thank everybody for tuning in. All right, I will. I see you been over there cooking up some. I came back. I was looking at some of y'all videos. Sometimes if you don't see me, that don't mean I'm not watching. Sometimes if I don't come in your chat or comment, that don't mean I don't see it. I see you over there cooking that. I seen that pizza you had that day, and I've been seeing a lot of y'all videos. I might not comment, but I have seen. I seen the video that Frank did on Martin Luther King. That was real good. I've been seeing different stuff with me keeping doing the challenges. So, y'all, you have a great night too, Miss Patty. You continue to keep doing what you're doing. Did you do the hula hoop? Cause I saw you had a hula. What they call that thing? A hula hoop? Have you did it yet? I admire you, Miss Patty. I really do admire you so much. Cause I see that I admire your strength. I admire the things that you do for your age. You look good, Miss Patty. You doing good. Just continue to be the person you is. All of y'all, First Lady, you continue to be who you are. I enjoy reading those inspiring, encouraging words that you leave me on comments. Frank, I appreciate you for the encouraging word. Miss Key, she have been my little. When I did start by talking, I finally talked to her on the phone with the other week. I said, "Girl, I couldn't talk to you, but she have been that listening ear too. When she'll call me, I enjoy seeing the emails from everybody. Thank y'all so much. You said I bought the hoop for my daughter. Oh, okay. I remember seeing your video, but like I said, I love my members. Thank y'all for sticking in here with me. But I'm finna go on and end this. But when I talk, it make me feel, you know, a little bit better. And that's what I've been doing in the support group. We've been sharing stuff. And that's why I told them I have a channel. And they said, go back to doing some of the things that you like doing. You can always honor your mother in different ways because I know she gonna always be there. She gonna always be there. Let me stop because I've been got crying in a minute. But thank y'all for tuning in. I don't know who's live now. Read your comment. Okay, where you at? Let me see. It must have got by me. Hold on. Did y'all get in the snow? Did y'all get in the snow? We had got some little flurries. It wasn't as bad as it was the year before, but we did get some. Okay, where you at? Don't judge your thoughts. You done all you could. Yeah. Don't blame yourself. You're a great daughter, mother, wife, and friend. Be kind. Yeah. And everybody tell me, you did what you could. Oh, y'all didn't get none Sunday? Wow, we ain't got some Sunday. Yeah. Cause my dad I had my husband on one side of me and my dad was on my other arm. I think I showered both of them. I was on one shoulder to the other one. And I just said, I did all I could. And they said, we know you did. You had health issues yourself and you did what you could do. My mom didn't want me to take her to no nursing home. She wanted to be right there at her house. And that's what God had it for her to be. She was in her bed. So I'm finna go, y'all, cause all right, y'all, but just get over me sometime. Just get over me. Just get over me. But these flowers are for y'all. Let's continue to give each other their flowers. Give your loved one their flowers while they're here, y'all. Give them to them. Love on your family before they be a memory. Georgia Girl Netflix lit with movies and shows. Yeah, I see they been got some new stuff coming out. But anyway, my brother gonna keep a call until I answer him. That one of my brothers. Y'all probably had a phone ring. That one of my brothers calling me. All right, love y'all. Y'all have a good night. I am. But I just have those moments, y'all. And from the people I've been talking to, they say you're gonna have those moments. But I'm getting there. Thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for just hanging in here with me the little time I do come on. I appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all support one another. If you're able to support each other, support. Support each other the best way we can. On that note, good night. Y'all stay blessed. Stay encouraged. And always stay what? Prayed up. And until next time, bye-bye.